On the eve of a blizzard, the Polar Bears travel from Maine to Medford to face off against the Tufts Jumbos. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cousins Gymnasium for the Tufts women's basketball game against the Bowdoin Polar Bears. I'm Sam Brill, and I'm going to be on the play-by-play commentary today, joined here by Jared Cohen, who's going to be on the color commentary. Jared, Bowdoin sits atop the NESCAC right now at 4-1, coming into tonight's divisional matchup. What has worked for them so far this season?
Yeah, as you said, top of the NESCAC, coming into the game, their main strength is their defense. They lead the NESCAC in steals per game. In addition to that, they average 17.3 points off turnovers. They like to get you behind. They like to pressure you up in the front court, and then they like to take over the game. They also lead the NESCAC in margin of victory. So these are all things that would look to go in their favor, but they're facing off against a very strong Tufts team, both on offense and defense.
Yeah, Jared, and Bowdoin, obviously a very strong team. So talk to me a little bit about what Tufts needs to do well in this one to protect the home court.
Yeah, so today, if Tufts wants to come out of here with a win against a highly ranked Bowdoin opponent, they need to replace Molly Ryan's minutes. You know, she's not playing tonight, and she's played 35 minutes or more in 9 games so far. Only one game this season has she played less than 30 minutes, and in that game she played 29 minutes. So she's almost always on the court, but she's not available today. That means they need to go to their second strength, and that is their play in the paint. They have 3 players in Annika Decker, Angela Alabrandi, and, of course, Maggie Russell that really can dominate at any given time. They need to push the ball in the paint, grab up the boards, and dominate.
Right, Jared, and you transitioned really nicely into it when you talked about the missing minutes of Molly Ryan. But talk to me a little bit about the guard play for the Jumbos. What do they need to do well for the Jumbos today? And talk to me a little bit about our marquee matchup as well.
Yeah, for the Jumbos, with Molly Ryan out, Callie O'Brien's really going to be the one to handle the ball in the front court. We know she has a lethal mid-range game. She can pester defenders on defense, but she's really going to have to step into a larger role. We haven't seen her do it consistently yet this season.
And Jared, just before the anthem, you were talking a little bit about consistency. Can you give me a little bit about what the Jumbos have consistently done well this season?
Yeah, they've consistently been good in the paint. Their best players have come through. They've consistently rebounded the ball. Their three-point shooting, not so much. That's come and gone as the season has gone. They've had moments where they've been brilliant offensively, completely dominant, and moments where they've eked out wins even when they weren't looking so. But in this game, we're looking at some key matchups. For the Jumbos, Annika Decker returned after a 3-game absence last game. She scored all 7 of the Tufts bench points. She was the only person off the bench to score. Today, missing some players, Tufts is going to need that more than ever. Their bench has probably been the weakest part of their team, so they're really going to look to her. For Bowdoin, Megan Tan, their point guard, only 5'6", but she leads Bowdoin in assists, and if they're going to get their ball movement going, which is something they're really going to need to do to beat a tough Tufts defense, they're going to look to her.
Right, and the Jumbos average 15.1 assists per game versus Bowdoin's 13.6. So we can already see that ball movement is one of the strengths of the Jumbos and could be one of the weak points for Bowdoin today. But Jared, talk to me about the return of Erin Poindexter-McCann and how that's really lifted the Jumbos. We've seen Decker dominate in Cousins, especially on defense. She's incredibly quick. But talk to me a little bit about the return of Poindexter-McCann. Yeah,
Poindexter-McCann, one of the Jumbo's most lethal three-point shooters, but really she can hit you off the catch and shoot. She can hit you off the pump fake, drive into the lane, and make a play, especially on a team that's been so hot and cold from three-point range. They really look to her to be consistent from there, and she has been their most consistent shooter. 3 games before the Bates game, actually including the Bates game, they've shot under 20% from 3. So they're really going to look to her to try to mitigate that issue in a game that they would love to win and move to the top of the NESCAC.
Right, and as we get set now for the opening tip, noticeably absent is Molly Ryan, and in her place, starting at the point guard position, is Decker. She'll be joined, of course, by Sophia Rosa, making her return back to Cousins, with Erin Poindexter McCann, Callie O'Brien, and Maggie Russell, who also returns. For Bowdoin, we're going to have Annie Bausberg. We're going to have Callie Godfrey, Megan Tan, Sella Kay, the leading scorer for the Polar Bears, and matched up against O'Brien. That's Bausberg, rather. And O'Brien controls the tip. O'Brien handling the ball up top, finds Decker into Rosa. Rosa going to work immediately. Russell outside, and she makes it fall, although just a long 2.
People forget, Russell has range. You know, she can attack you inside, she can attack you outside. First play of the game, set out a jump shot. That opens up a ton of opportunities on the offensive end.
Exactly, Jared. And Bowdoin now handling. There's Bausberg. Good pass there to Kay. Kay with the right hand. Russell on the rebound. Yeah, pushing the pace, though.
Couldn't finish right there. And Maggie Russell showing everything she can do. Bringing the ball back up as the primary ball handler.
O'Brien swings it around to Decker. Not a lot of movement here from the Jumbos. Russell for 3. And
wow.
Maggie Russell feeling it early.
Early in the game, back-to-back possessions, a long 2 and a 3. I mean, you'll look to see if they just want to figure the ball through this game. Outside in the paint as a ball handler, we'll see.
Right, and Bowdoin may not have had the scouting report on Maggie Russell, but able to connect twice now. Bowdoin handling, and looks like they're going to get Rosa for the blocking foul.
Yeah, looks like Bowdoin really wants to attack the switch on defense. They want to, get a quick pick and roll and attack whatever matchup you can get. Try to get a bigger person on a smaller person and either drive by them to the lane and draw a foul or kick it back to another mismatch.
Kay finds Tan up top. Tan around the screen. Steps back. Can't make the 2 fall. Rosa on the board. Now Poindexter McCann in transition. He's got 1 to beat. Passes out. Finds Decker. Decker fakes a 3. Drive. Nice pass to Rosa. Outside there's Poindexter McCann. She can't make it fall on the rebound. That's Giorgio.
Can't hit it, but really, really crisp ball movement from the Jumbo so far.
And a nice move from Bausberg. Gives her some space, but can't connect. There's Rosa. Fighting for the rebound. Finds out to Kay. Now Tan. Nice move inside, but taken away by Rosa, who dives on it. And they get a jump ball.
Yeah, it's going to stay Bowdoin possession, but hustle plays across the board from the Jumbos on there. Saw multiple Jumbos hit the floor trying to grab the basketball.
Absolutely, and you love to see it early. Just under 2 minutes gone, but the Jumbos lead 5-0. All points courtesy of Maggie Russell. Now Bowdoin. That's Tan up top. She's handling. Outside fakes a 3. That's Godfrey. Godfrey. The long 3 there from Kay. No good from the corner. Nice pass inside to Godfrey, and she makes it fall.
Yeah, the Polar Bears missed a couple easy shots near the basket to start the game. That wasn't going to keep happening. You got to get those boards, not give them second chance opportunities.
Now O'Brien handling. Finds Russell inside. Trying to do too much, and that's blocked by Bowdoin. Coming back the other way, Godfrey. She slows the pace. Finds Tan. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. They set up their offense. Now Bausberg. The 3 from Tan, and that's no good. Decker sagging off.
Yeah, consistent effort on defense so far. They know what they're okay with getting on the other end. And a double team on Maggie Russell right there.
Poindexter McCann, the beneficiary, and she makes it fall.
That's what we were saying earlier in the game. She's that X factor from the three-point line. If they're going to double your best player, there's going to be someone open, and if they can knock that down, the lead's going to continue to last.
And a great job to distribute the ball, Jared. You already said they've been passing crisply as Kay pulls up from the elbow and makes it fall.
Yeah, they have been passing crisply, and they're going to need to continue to. Without a dominant ball handler like Molly Ryan, the ball movement is really what's going to key into a victory.
Now O'Brien up top, finds Decker on the wing. Decker with the drive, finds point extra McCann all alone, but she can't make it fall. Rosa on the rebound, adds 2.
But good shots lead to second chance opportunities. If they're going to continue to leave shooters open, they're also going to continue to give Tufts the opportunity to bring in those offensive boards. They have the clear height advantage.
Now Tan. Nice pass outside, but can't make it fall. Russell on the rebound. She's pushing in transition. 3-on-2 here. Point extra McCann. Wide open for 3, and she makes it fall again.
And the three-point shooting maybe has turned a corner here. That's 3 threes already that's 9 points out of 13 points for the Jumbo so far. 6 courtesy of Aaron Poindexter McCann. They love to see that. You look on the defensive end. It's clear that Tufts has the size advantage. They have the advantage in the paint, and Bowdoin isn't willing to attack. They've been settling for jump shots the last couple possessions down, leading to fast breaks for the Jumbos, and they're finding the open women.
Right, Jared, and you talked a little bit about how the Bowdoin defense has been so strong this season, but leaving Poindexter McCann all alone is certainly an ill-advised defensive tactic.
Yeah, there have been open women on the perimeter for three-point shots on at least 4 possessions so far. Bowdoin entered the game with a great record, and they've been a strong defense, but maybe they just haven't faced a team with as much firepower as the Jumbos.
Right, as we have now 2 substitutions for the Jumbos. It's going to be Joelle Zeleny and Angela Alabrandi. Poindexter McCann remains on the floor with Russell and Decker. Tan now handles. Bowdoin setting up their offense. Selakay's got it. A pass there to Bausberg. She drives and pulls up. Can't make it fall, though, and Decker on the rebound, immediately pushing.
Set that up was a great hedge from Alabrandi right there. Got to her man, got right off.
The long 3 from Russell, no good, but a rebound from Zeleny. Finds Poindexter McCann on the perimeter, and they'll reset the offense. Now Decker finds Russell. Russell looking for Poindexter McCann. Deep in the shot clock, there's Alabrandi. Good pass to Joelle Zeleny, but she can't make it fall. Blocked inside by Bowdoin.
But another example of good ball movement. Maybe it ended in better defense on the block right there from Bowdoin, but they found the open woman in the end. And the idea of running the 2-woman game with Russell up top and Alabrandi in the paint, a lot of defensive mismatches you can take advantage of off that matchup.
Absolutely, Jared. And we saw that baseline cut from Zeleny as Bausberg pulls up for 3. She can't connect. And a travel there inside from Tan. It's going to be a turnover on Bowdoin.
Yeah, so 13-4 with 5 minutes left to go in the quarter. Certainly the start the Jumbos have wanted. Already some substitutions for them. Look to see if they get Alabrandi the ball in the paint a little more and try to play to their strengths.
Right, and the Jumbos have shot excellent so far in this first quarter. Over 50%, both from 3-point range and from the field. Poindexter McCann now up top. She handles, finds Russell. Zeleny for 3. She can't connect. Fighting for the rebound is Decker, but they'll get her for the hand check. It's going to send it back towards Bowdoin, and Decker's got to be careful on those hand checks. Not too much depth there at the point guard position.
Yeah, that's an important point to make. If any of the guards on this Jumbo team get into foul trouble, they're going to have to go into their bench players who don't play as often as they would like.
Now Jones handling for Bowdoin. Nice pass immediately inside. And a friendly roll for Tatum and Gotti. Adds 2 for Bowdoin. Now Decker finds Russell. Poindexter McCann fakes a 3. Fakes again. Now Alabrandi finds Zeleny. A lot of movement from the Jumbos, but no open women. And Decker finally finds an open Poindexter McCann, and she makes him pay.
She has gotten hot on multiple stretches so far this year. It looks like it's another one of those, and their pressure that they need to put on Alabrandi on Russell is leaving shooters open on every possession. They have to make a choice.
Absolutely. Poindexter McCann with 9 to her name as Gotti makes a nice move but can't connect. Now Russell. She's going to bring it up for the Jumbos as they'll settle into their offensive set, but there's been a lot of cuts that have left open women so far on offense, Jared.
Yeah, you wonder if this is an adjustment to the missing Molly Ryan in the equation.
And a nice pass inside to Zeleny, but she can't connect. Looked like she got fouled on the second chance, but falls nonetheless.
Another example of what you're saying, with no one person to really dominate the ball coming down the floor, everyone's moving, everyone's cutting, and it's getting a lot of good looks.
Right, and we've seen that baseline cut twice now as Bowdoin sets up their offense. Jumbos lead by 12. Kay finds Bausberg. Bausberg, the nice move. Spinning, and they get her for the travel. Good defense there from Russell.
Yeah, looks like it would have been a miss either way. The jumbo size in the paint is really making a difference so far. Only 6 points scored by the Polar Bears with only 3 minutes left to go. Jumbo's becoming a little reliant on the 3-ball right here. They're okay with it as long as it's going in, but we'll wonder if they continue to get that backdoor action going.
Absolutely. Now Decker bringing it up, finds Alibrandi. Finds a cutting Poindexter McCann. Around to Russell. She drives, and they get a foul on the floor there against Gotti.
And that's the luxury of having Maggie Russell on your team. They have her on the perimeter right now. You know, the tallest woman on the court, the highest scoring woman on the court, and they're putting her anywhere they want, and she gets what she wants.
Absolutely. So athletic is Maggie Russell. Already has 5 in this one.
Look at that. Look at that.
She can't make him pay, though, as the Polar Bears grab the board.
But really just insane for your starting center to be able to hit or attempt step-back jump shots like that.
And a really nice drive to the hoop by Sydney Jones. Adds 2 to Bowdoin. Cuts the jumbo lead to 10. Now Decker, as Rosa and O'Brien set to check back in. Zeleny on the wing. Finds Alibrandi. Alibrandi from the mid-range.
Zeleny has given the jumbo some really good minutes off the bench so far, making all the right decisions on offense.
Now Tan back in the game, bringing the ball up for the Polar Bears. Finds Gotti. Around that's Godfrey. Now Tan. Tan looking for something. Godfrey around to Jones. Jones. Back to Godfrey. Deep in the shot clock. A move. Now Tan. She drives. Forces the layup, but can't make it fall.
Smothering defense from the Jumbos. That's team defense right there. Everyone doing their role, cutting their offenders off, and leading to a smothering on the ball.
The Jumbo, as Russell pulls up for 3, can't make it fall. Poindexter McCann fighting for the board, but Bowdoin corrals it. Now 10. There's Tori Beck, and Alibrandi with the steal, getting back. Zeleny fighting for the ball, and another jump.
Alibrandi was on the floor in the opposite corner, and she came running all the way back down the court to make a play on the ball there and force a turnover.
Yeah, it seemed like she surprised herself that she was able to get a hand on that.
That's really a great play. Zeleny exits the game, but really she gave some great minutes, and of course Maggie Russell so far just playing her absolute best.
Now O'Brien bringing the ball up for Tufts. Immediate double team on the perimeter, and some good hands pokes that out. Jumbos lead by 12 with 1:14 left to go in the first quarter. Now Decker finds O'Brien. And a miscommunication there between O'Brien and Decker. Sees the ball out of bounds, and a turnover for Tufts will send it in the direction of the Polar Bears.
Yeah, one of my key points entering this game was a balanced attack for both teams. And so far, the Jumbos have been able to do that. 5 players have scored already. See if the Polar Bears can answer, get everyone involved.
Now the Polar Bears. Outside there's Jones for 3, but she can't connect. And an over-the-back foul there from Godfrey. Good job blocking out from Decker.
Yeah, Decker obviously the shorter of the 2 in that matchup, but when you box out like that, the calls are going to go your way.
Now O'Brien bringing the ball up for the Jumbos. Finds Alibrandi up top. There's Decker. Alibrandi on the nice pick and roll. Drops her woman, but can't finish.
Good look at the basket right there, though. And this Polar Bear defense blitzing the pick and roll is not working so far.
And a nice pass there to Beck, but Beck can't connect. And the 3-point shooting woes for Bowdoin continue. 0 of 5 to start the game.
20 seconds to go. We'll see what kind of shot they're looking for with Russell on the bench.
Yeah, shot clock turned off. O'Brien handling the ball. O'Brien driving left, and they get a foul on the floor. Looked like Bowdoin had a couple to give.
Yeah, we've seen late in quarters, especially when Molly Ryan is on the floor. Callie O'Brien's got a great mid-range pull-up jump shot. She can really get it at any time. Wonder if they go there or they look toward the paint.
Yeah, and that drive with the left collapsed the defense. Alibrandi trying to fire one up. Can't make it fall, though.
Yeah, she wanted a foul right there. Got it off. No good.
And the half-court heave, no good for Sydney Jones. And the first quarter comes to a close with the Jumbos ahead by 12.
Yeah, Jumbo's got really hot from three-point range in that first quarter. 3 of them from Aaron Poindexter McCann, 4 total. Overall, they've played a solid game. Their defense, honestly, has been the key to this lead so far. Bowdoin only shooting 25% from the field, 0 of 6 from 3. Maybe that's just some first quarter blues. Maybe they get hot later in the game. But if Tufts can keep up the defensive effort, that 12-point lead, they can feel pretty secure in that.
Right, Jared, and it almost surprises me to see that the Jumbos have 5 turnovers compared to Bowdoin's 4. But you take a look at the floor and you realize that the Jumbos have played really excellent defense. It seems like the Jumbos are one step ahead of every Bowdoin move that's being made, and just beating them to the spot. They haven't really given Bowdoin any quality looks, and you can see it on the scoreboard. Bowdoin only scored 8 points in the first quarter. Tufts scored 20 thanks to some excellent shooting from three-point range, and of course you're going to see that even out over the course of a full game. But all things considered, a 12-point lead, and Coach Pace has to be happy with her squad.
Yeah, and while the Jumbos have no points off turnovers, that ball movement that we've been talking about has applied to the fast break. Bad shots from the Polar Bears have turned into fast break opportunities for the Jumbos, and the great ball movement we've been seeing on their half-court sets has translated to those opportunities. They're finding open women in the paint and on the perimeter on every time down the court.
Now Tan. Handling is Selleck. Puts a nice move on Decker. Fighting through the contact, can't finish. Now, more contact down low and no call. Jumbo's pushing in transition.
Some physical play right there. Woman still on the floor. It's a 5-on-4. Will stay Jumbo's possession.
And O'Brien tried to get that one into Zeleny as Selleck hustles back. Jumbo's with a quick conference. O'Brien now set to inbound. Finds Russell. Inside, that's Rosa. Can't grab the pass into the post. O'Brien on the outside. Zeleny playing where Poindexter McCann had been in that corner. Now O'Brien, she drives. Nice find to Rosa, and Rosa makes him pay.
That's a great pass, and the Jumbos are so well coached. Even on a possession that breaks down into what looks like an ISO situation, their off-ball movement, their cutting opens up a great pick-and-roll opportunity and 2 points at the bucket.
And all alone there for Bowdoin, that's Godfrey, and she makes it fall off the glass.
They're really, if the Polar Bears are going to make a comeback in this game, they can't rely on the three-point shot. It's been failing them so far. They need to get the ball in the paint just like that and finish their opportunities.
Now Rosa finds Decker on the wing. Decker around to Russell. O'Brien into Russell. And Kay looked like she wanted to draw a charge, but Rosa, Zeleny on the offensive board, and they get a foul.
Yeah, this offense right now is just humming. Everything is working. Even misses are getting pulled down, and they're getting second chance opportunities. It's hard to understand just how good the ball movement has been so far for the Jumbos.
Yeah, and Decker's going to take her first rest of the evening. Zeleny seemed to be all over the place, both on the offensive glass and on the cuts. She's really made a lot of damage there on those baseline cuts.
Great decisions on both ends of the court, and those are going to end in opportunities, whether at the line or on the court.
And she makes the first of 2 free throws, shooting just under 86% from the charity stripe on the season. Looking to extend the lead to 14. She puts it up. And no good, just rims out. Now Megan Tan handling for Bowdoin. She's been largely silent so far. Pass up top. There's Bausberg for 3. No shot, though. They got looks like a moving screen.
Yeah, unfortunate. The first three-point shot of the game that would have fallen for Bowdoin is taken off the board. Maybe some credit to the Jumbos right there, but they don't want to give up open looks like that again.
Now O'Brien handles on the wing. Swings around to Poindexter McCann. Nice screen there, and Russell blocked down low.
Stay in Jumbo's possession, however, and they've been really good out of these, out of bounds plays so far. See who they look for right here. They have so many options.
Right, Jared, but Bowdoin's been incredible so far in the paint. Their rim protection has been stellar. O'Brien telegraphed that one to Zeleny a little bit.
Yeah, right now, obviously you're up 13. It's not close, but they're coming off a three-point shot. Well, it didn't count. It was made. You don't want them to get in a rhythm on that end. Getting a quick bucket right here, a little punch in the face, that's what they're looking for.
Now O'Brien deep in the shot clock. trying to get it to Zeleny, but unable to. Now
Two
Kay
good
in
defensive
transition.
stands right there from Bowdoin.
Yeah, Bowdoin's defense has been really incredible, and we talked about it earlier in the game. Could have just been some poor luck earlier to see them fall so far behind. Now Bausberg, the three,
Yeah, I
just
think
short.
the question is, we know that defense. Oh, here we go. 1 second on the fast break. What a pass from Maggie Russell.
Yeah, and Zeleny really doing an excellent job running the fast break. It was one of their points of emphasis as a team, but Zeleny able to finish with the right hand in transition. Now Bowdoin looking to answer. Bausberg fakes, puts up the three, rather long two, doesn't fall. Bowdoin creating a second chance opportunity. There's Giorgio driving on Rosa, but Rosa too strong. Russell, transition. The pass to Poindexter McCann, but she can't make it fall. Zeleny on the offensive board, taken away though by Bausberg.
And Bowdoin pushing the pace here. You think they'd want to. They really need to get their offense going, but a quick three, that's not the shot they're looking for.
Yeah, Tori Beck unable to connect.
I think we know whether or not the Jumbos got hot early in the game and hit some threes. We know the Bowdoin defense is up to the task. The question is their offense? So far, it hasn't been. If things are going to change, they need to start getting better shots, stop shooting so early in the clock, and maybe stop Maggie Russell.
Yeah, and a nice move from Maggie Russell, but she can't connect. A lot of contact down there in the paint. Tan, the pass to Beck. Beck for three.
Wow.
And just an unfortunate bounce off the back iron.
Yeah, 0 of 9 from three-point range so far. At some point, you just got to start pushing it into the paint. The Jumbo's three-point opportunities have come off good ball movement. They've come off of driving. That's what Bowdoin hasn't been able to do.
Now Poindexter McCann finds Rosa. There's Zeleny on the wing. Nice move. Deep in the shot clock, Zeleny. A lot of contact down low, but again, no call. Refs letting them play. Kay in transition finds Tan. Looks like Bowdoin's finally going to slow it down. Had a couple of quick threes, but again, unable to connect, still 0 of 9. Now Bausberg puts up another three. And she finally connects, of course, connected on the one that was waved off, but you like to see it now 1 of 10, and Bowdoin beginning to creep back.
Yeah, they're confident in their three-point ability, it looks like. They're going to keep going down. They're going to keep letting it fly. If they think that's what's going to get them back into the game, we'll see.
A good job by Poindexter McCann. Extra pass to O'Brien, and she makes it fall.
But you see there, that's a three-point attempt from the Jumbos. The difference is it came off penetration. It came off a swing to the corner. You're going to get an open woman every time off that. Those are the three-point opportunities that has led to them shooting over 45% as opposed to, under 20% for the Bowdoin Polar Bears.
And the long three from Bowdoin, and there's Sella Kay connecting.
So there you go. Sometimes the luck turns. Still a 12-point game. See if the Jumbos look to respond with a three of their own or just continue to move the ball.
Right, beginning to rain threes here in Cousins. Now Poindexter McCann gets it into Russell. Russell backs her woman down, but can't finish. Grabs her own board and is fouled, but looks like she fell hard. They're going to get Giorgio for the foul.
I would like to see the Jumbos look more towards Maggie Russell in the traditional post sense. There's no one really on the Polar Bears who can match up with her in that way. And while using her all over the floor, on the perimeter, in the fast break, it helps her out throughout the game. No one can really stop her in the post. So I'd look to see them go back to that time and time again.
Absolutely. Maggie Russell has absolutely been a bully down there on that low block as she makes the first free throw fall.
And another key to the win throughout the season for the Jumbos, any time that they succeed at the free throw line, particularly their forwards and their centers, you can chalk up a win for them.
Right.
Good hustle right there.
Alibrandi fighting for that board. Looks like Sam Souza is going to enter the game for Tufts. She's going to give Maggie Russell her first rest.
Show some faith in the bench from Jill Pace. I think she likes how this game is going so far. Haven't seen the bench too much this year. This game could change that.
Nice defense from Souza immediately entering. Jones for Bowdoin, unable to finish. Now O'Brien, she's got it for Tufts. There's Decker in the corner. Swings it back around. Jumbos have been running their offensive sets pretty deep in the shot clock as Poindexter McCann fires. Doesn't fall though. Now Kay on the board. Brings it up for Bowdoin. Good defense from Poindexter McCann. Kay She powers through with the left.
Yeah, getting into a rhythm on the offensive end for Bowdoin. Still an 11-point game. I'd like to see to get back to that really claustrophobic defense that they had early in the first quarter.
And a foul on the block for Giorgio. She's got to be careful. I believe that's her third.
Yeah, and she exits the game because of that. We'll see if that changes anything in terms of the offensive matchups.
Decker gets it into O'Brien. O'Brien, there's Decker. Decker on the wing, screen, but covered nicely by Bowdoin. Poindexter McCann. Guarded by Kay. Nice move from her. A spin. And
That's
off the glass for
great
two.
Move. She's shown that in several games. It's a go-to move of hers, the little pump fake, spin around off the glass. You know, when she's hitting from long range and she's in the paint and doing that, it's really a dimension of the Tufts offense that's really hard to stop.
Absolutely. Now Tan trying to run the offense. There's Angotti with the left. Just gets around Alibrandi and makes it fall.
Yeah, a great move right there. Alibrandi's got to, put her body into her, really make it physical down in the paint.
Poindexter McCann. Outside, that's Alibrandi. Decker trying to run the offense. Souza drives. One dribble into Alibrandi. Nice move. And she kisses it off that front rim. Pretty soft tonight.
That's an example right there of how good offense can beat good defense, because Bowdoin was locking up with that possession. They had physical defense on every single player, but you move it around enough, you find the soft spot, and you're going to get a good look at the basket.
Right, and it's one of the reasons that the Jumbos have really dominated offensively, scoring 33 points in under 2 quarters. Nice up and under move from Bowdoin, but Alibrandi too strong on the board. Rather a jump ball. I believe this one's going to go back to Bowdoin.
Yeah. One thing you can say for this Jumbo team is it's never a problem of effort and stay in Jumbo possession. Every person on the floor, whether off the bench in the starting lineup, they come in and they give it their all. And you can tell by the way they play, especially evident today. Every single person is doing their job, and that's how you get out to 13-point leads.
Now Souza puts a nice move on her woman, but the scoop layup no good for her. Decker creating a second chance opportunity. They'll reset that offense. 20 seconds on the reset.
No one gets back early. Everyone's crashing the boards. Mistake right there, but on any given possession, your point guard's crashing your boards. Everyone's following their shot. It leads to better opportunities. It leads to second chances, and it's really what helps Jumbos get out to leads like this.
Right, and Souza just giving a much-needed rest for Maggie Russell, who had been dominant, but the 3-second offensive violation is going to send it towards Bowdoin. Now Tan finds Kay on the wing. Kay, nice move, pulls up, but they get her for the offensive foul. That's a push-off.
Yeah, don't see those incredibly often in these games, but a clear extension of the arm right there. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Russell just re-entered the game. Jumbos definitely want a strong finishing stretch with their starting lineup in the game right now.
And the Jumbos, who average just 15 assists per game, have 10 alone in the first half, a testament to how well they've moved the ball. Now Rosa finds O'Brien outside. Nice screen and roll. O'Brien puts up the 2, can't make it fall, but Rosa looking for a second chance opportunity. Bowdoin on the board though. Now Tan in transition, puts a nice move on O'Brien. And a pass out, long 3 from Bowdoin, but Poindexter McCann on the rebound.
Look to see if they're going to push the pace here or try to slow it down. A minute to go, they're pushing it.
Nice drive from O'Brien, finds Russell, and that's just too easy.
Yeah, if they're going to give up opportunities like that, the Jumbos don't care how much time is left on the clock. They're going to take the opportunities they can get. They're going to push the pace, and they're going to get it to their best players.
Now Tan looking to start something for Bowdoin. There's Jones. Finds Tan. Around that Sella Kay. Gets a screen. Going under the screen was Poindexter McCann, but Kay can't make him pay.
See, Bowdoin setting up these screens just off the dribble, pick and roll. They're not moving the ball to get an open shot off the catch.
O'Brien now swings it to Russell. Inside there's Rosa. Rosa with the right hand. Second chance opportunity on her own board. Not exactly what the call is at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Officials coming together, but either way, 25 seconds left in the half. I think if you're the Jumbos, you really want to maximize these Russell Rosa minutes. When you have the two tallest players on the floor, there's so many things you can do with them, especially when they're so, dynamic and multifaceted the way that they are. 25 seconds left to go. Not sure what the issue is right here, but they'll definitely look probably to get the ball in the paint right now. The three-point shot was carrying them earlier in the game, but the consistent key for them is getting the ball to their best players in the paint and getting easy buckets. Try to expand that 15-point lead.
That's right, Jared. And the Jumbos have 10 offensive boards, which means 10 second chance opportunities. Only able to convert on 3 of them though, with 6 second chance points. So you'd like to see them clean that up a little bit. And a bad pass from Decker. Tan. Transition, she makes it fall.
Yeah, if you're going to pass into the backcourt, it's got to be a good pass.
And Tan, full court pressure on O'Brien. Jumbos can hold this for 1 shot. O'Brien drives, finds Rosa on the screen and roll. Nice move from Rosa, and she finishes through contact.
They're taking the shots that are given to them. They're not going to hold the ball for the final shot. They're going to do what they want to.
And a half-court heave from Megan Tan at the buzzer is no good. So the Jumbos walk into the locker room with a 15-point lead and 11 assists. Have really been, 12 assists. They've been moving the ball incredibly well, Jared.
It's really one of the truths of basketball is that the better you pass the ball, the more likely you are to win. When teams rack up the assists, they win games more often, and they've been doing that so far. The ball movement has been evident. They got hot from the three-point line early. They didn't stay incredibly hot, but they continued to get good shots on offense, and that has led them to the 15-point lead.
That's right, Jared, and a great overall effort from the Jumbos in the first half. Bowdoin trails by 15 here in the Cousins Gymnasium. Again, a NESCAC matchup for first place in the division. We'll check back with you in about 15 minutes for the second half of this basketball game.
You're so hypnotic, magical.
we've learned a lot from him, and we've probably learned more from him than he's learned from us.
I think they're a real important part in my life. I can't describe it. It feels amazing.
Team Impact is a national nonprofit that connects kids living with serious and chronic illness with college athletic teams, forming lifelong bonds and life-changing outcomes.
Break it! Break it!
Can I have a hug? What's your favorite subject?
Math.
When you spread the word about Team Impact, you have the power to change lives.
Team Impact was founded in 2011 by Tufts alumni Jay Kalman, Dan Kraft, Chris Herman, Dan Walsh, and Robert Tishman. Today, Tufts currently has 8 varsity athletic teams matched with incredible young teammates that inspire all of us, including Emily with the women's soccer team, Caden with men's ice hockey, Luke with men's basketball, Cooper with baseball, Aiden with men's soccer, Sam with football, RG with swimming and diving, and Bella with women's volleyball. Since 2011, there have been 14 different Tufts athletic teams matched with 20 amazing kids throughout Team Impact. Interestingly, a former match for the football team, Zach Cummings, is actually a student at Tufts now. Zach from Lynn, Massachusetts, is currently in his first year at Tufts and is also the manager for the Jumbos this fall. The Tufts Athletic Department recently signed an official partnership with Team Impact, indicating both organizations' commitment to the establishment and nurturing of a long-term relationship.
Yeah, Jared, really just an excellent organization, and I'm humbled to say that I belong to a university that created such an excellent organization that we now have a great partnership with.
Yeah, amen to that.
Yeah, so back to basketball now. Back in the Cousins Gymnasium, Tufts Jumbos, Bowdoin Polar Bears, and the Jumbos lead now by 15 as the third quarter gets underway. Jared, what do the Polar Bears need to do to climb back into this one?
Look, they gotta find an offensive approach. They've kind of alternated between shooting threes in every possession with varying degrees of success and getting the ball in the paint. They need to find an approach and stick to it, and they need to keep up their good defense. At times, they've looked good on defense. At times, not so much. But if they can keep that effort steady and really find an approach on offense, maybe they can cut into that lead.
Right, Jared, and they struggled from long range early as Russell tries to get that in, and it's stolen away from Gotti, a foul from Russell. But we saw them struggle from long range early, missing their first 9 and then connecting on 2 of their next 3. So it seems that maybe the 3-ball could be the way that they climb back in.
Yeah. Maybe that tide was turning, but you notice that, even when they were hitting that threes, the Tufts leads actually expanded from that point on. So it's going to have to be a lot more than that if they want to chip into this deficit.
Right, they're going to need a little bit more consistency. Now Gotti on the wing for the Polar Bears finds Sella Kay. Could run the offense through her. Back inside to Gotti, and they get her for a travel. Nice defense from Rosa.
Yeah, and something I've noticed, a lot of people, when a team is missing their best player, a lot of people like to claim that they're suddenly magically better without them. Like some people saw that with the Grizzlies earlier this year in the NBA. It's never true, but sometimes what does happen is when you're missing a key player like they are in Molly Ryan, you find other ways to adapt, and it changes the way your offense looks. And at times it can be, a difference that is substantial. In this game, they've adapted from, Molly Ryan is a fantastic on-ball scorer. She can attack it even so many ways. Without her in the picture, they've changed their skill set. They've been moving the ball more. They've been having Maggie Russell handle the ball. All sorts of things that have contributed to this 15-point lead. Things come in a lot of different ways.
That's right, and Poindexter McCann, the leading scorer for the Jumbos, 3 of 7 from long range tonight.
And that's built off a lot of that ball movement that maybe is coming from a change in approach.
Right, and we talked about it a little bit in the first half, but 15 assists has been their team average per game. They had 12 in the first half. Now Russell drives. Puts it up from the free throw line, but can't make it fall. Yeah, rebound there from Duval.
Bowdoin is blitzing everything right now. They're sending double teams. There were people open all over the floor. They didn't get the bucket that time, but they can continue to exploit that if Bowdoin isn't quicker to the ball with those double teams.
Right, a lot of on-ball, good defense. Now Duval passes inside to Bausberg, spinning but not winning, and Rosa on the board. O'Brien in transition, drives right at Tan, puts it up, rim just not soft enough. Rosa fighting for the rebound. Bausberg falls on it. Tan, she's got it and finds her dribble, but a trap immediately between Russell and Decker.
And they force a 10-second violation right there. That is unbelievable defense. That's what I'm saying earlier in the game. The effort is so clear for every Tufts player. They knew exactly what to do in that situation. Cut off the baseline, force her back to the middle of the floor. They did that, and everyone was diving for the ball on the ground, and you get a rare 10-second violation right there.
That's right, and Russell and Decker both selfishly fighting for that steal. Nice pass inside, but almost denies her the ball is Duval. Russell playing with her. Finds O'Brien outside. Decker in the corner. She drives, kicks out to point extra McCann. She fakes the extra pass. O'Brien makes it fall.
That is just beautiful basketball right now. The bench is into it. Look at the energy. You know, everyone's doing their role. Everyone's doing their part. Aaron Poindexter McCann passes up what looks like an open three for a better one. That is a sign of a great team.
That's right, Jared. Jumbo's just looking for that open look, and even when you have that open look, there's probably a better one out there. Nice move there inside. Gets the foul and score the bucket for Gotti. So looking for a conventional three-point play now.
Yeah, Rosa looking to draw the charge right there. Maybe just didn't sell it hard enough. Clear case to the ref, but a good bucket right there.
Right, Jared. Could have been in that restricted zone, but she falls. And Gotti adds 2. And Gotti now looking for the conventional three-point play. That's Rosa's second foul. Russell.
And Gotti's been a bright spot so far for Bowdoin. She's been probably their most consistent scorer, really their biggest paint presence so far, which is something they've been, dearly lacking.
And Russell drives but knocked away by Duval. Outside now O'Brien. Rosa, nice roll on the double team up top. There's Russell. Pass to Decker. Point extra McCann was in the corner all alone, but good job by Jones with the active hands to knock it away.
Yeah, maybe telegraph that pass a little bit, but the ball is just moving along the perimeter right now. They're going to have to make great defensive plays like that in order to stop it.
7 seconds left on the shot clock. Bowdoin's been selling out for the passing lane as Russell puts it up. She makes it fall.
Come on. How many centers in the NESCAC can, handle the ball and then hit a step back long 2 at the end of the shot clock?
Jones drives hard, puts it up, gets the foul. Drove right at Annika Decker.
That's the type of intensity and, forthrightfulness from the Bowdoin Bears we haven't seen yet so far in this game. A possession where they choose to attack from the get-go, go straight to the basket, and get a bucket. They've had too many possessions with quick threes or contested mid-range jump shots or contested shots in the paint. You make up your mind to go to the basket like that and you draw a foul, that's the type of play you need to get back into a game.
That's right, Jared. Bowdoin pushing the pace as of late. Jones misses her first of 2, though.
Got to make the shots, though.
Yeah, and in a game of really any magnitude, free throws can really begin to kill you. The Jumbos haven't shot it too well from the line in this one either, but Jones putting up the second makes it count.
Yeah, the Jumbos are sometimes prone to get into foul trouble. If you're really looking to build out of this 17-point deficit, attack the basket, get into the bonus, and make your free throws, try to get some fouls on Tufts key players, that would be one way to do it.
Now Alibrandi finds Decker on the wing. Decker into Russell. Russell, good defense there from Bowdoin. Russell, that's good.
This is a masterclass right here. Sizes up her defender. Quick 2-step to get right by her, cut her off to the basket, put that shoulder into, draw the foul, and sink the shot. Getting close to a 20-point lead right now, and it's just really fantastic basketball.
That's right, Maggie Russell just playing bully ball down there on that low block. Can't connect from the line, but Bowdoin grabbing the rebound.
And look at Russell right up to pressure the defender.
Seemingly limitless energy for Maggie Russell tonight. Nice move there from Bowdoin and Sydney Jones. She makes it fall.
Yeah, starting to see some energy from Bowdoin. They're definitely frustrated to be down 17 right now. They're at the top of the NESCAC. They think they should be in this game. We'll see if that's true.
Russell for 3, bit of a heat check. Can't connect.
But that's a good shot. No one on her. They're going to give her that. She can make it.
Right, the Jumbos have thrived so well late in the shot clock, though. Russell taking a little bit away of that offensive momentum. Long pass. Nice pull-up from Beck. She can't connect, though. Russell on the board. Now O'Brien.
That's a double-double for Russell right there. It's the usual.
O'Brien. Maggie Russell, the only player in the NESCAC currently to be averaging a double-double, as Alabrandi does a nice up and under move.
She had 2 defenders on her, and she made them both miss with a great one step right under them. When Tufts gets it going, they really get it going. And right now, they have it going.
Absolutely, Jared. And the Jumbo's just a little too much to handle for the Bowdoin Polar Bears. We take a look at the numbers now. 14 assists for the Jumbos, just 1 shy of their season average. Also shooting 44% from the field. Can't really ask much more from these Jumbo shooters.
Yeah, the 6 for 13, 46% from the three-point line is huge to point out. And they're doing this. They've only made 2 free throws, so all of their damage is really coming from the floor. And as I said earlier, every game in which the Jumbos have a consistent scoring effort from multiple players is the games they win. Everybody has scored in this game except Samantha Souza and Annika Decker. Souza only got in for a little bit, but Decker has 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Other than that, you got 3 players with 6 points, another one with 5, 2 people in double digits. Everyone is doing their job. Everyone's getting the ball. They're making smart plays, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
That's right, Jared. A really balanced attack overall for the Jumbos. Hasn't been the same on the other side for Bowdoin. A lot of their leading scorers have been quiet as Jones now steps back. Can't make it fall. Second chance opportunity, though, and the Jumbos called for the whistle. It was Godfrey drawing the foul.
Jones was really making an effort to try to, narrow this deficit in the second half. We've seen her be much more aggressive than she was in the first half, especially on that play, but on several before as well.
Now Kay to inbound. Nobody open. Finally finds Bausberg. The pull-up long 2. She finds it.
Yeah, Tufts, they don't love to give up that shot off the mid-range, off the inbound, but up 17, I think you're okay with them living and dying in the mid-range game.
Now Decker finds Zeleny. Zeleny outside, there's O'Brien. O'Brien drives, has it knocked away. Decker fakes the 3, drives baseline, back to O'Brien. Another open look for Maggie Russell, but she can't connect. Zeleny fighting for the board, and they get her for the whistle. So that's 5 for the Jumbos. I believe that's Zeleny's first.
Yeah, as I was saying, racking up the fouls is a way to cut into a lead, get to the line. Another stat I want to point out, Annika Decker started the game in place of Molly Ryan, has not attempted a shot yet. We're well into the second half, and they're up by 17 points, and she hasn't attempted a shot. And I think that shows the effort she's put in to really being the leader of that ball movement attack for the Jumbo so far.
That's right, Jared. Certainly a different approach. Kay at the line now to shoot 2, a 78% shooter on the season. Hits her first to cut the Jumbo lead to 16. But I'm with you. Annika Decker hasn't shot the ball once, has been one of the reasons why they've been moving the ball so well. But it's been incredibly unselfish play.
Yeah.
And another foul on the Jumbos is going to give the Polar Bears another 2 shots. That's going to be on Maggie Russell, her second.
Yeah, so no single player so far is really in too much foul trouble for the Jumbos, but you don't like the trend that's being established the last couple of times down the court. No need to get sloppy, no reason to give them free opportunities at the line. You'd rather give up a 3 than 2 shots at the line at this point in the game. And back to Annika Decker, no shots, but it's just a clear positive on the floor so far. No doubt about it that she has been a part of this winning effort.
That's right, Jared. Boasberg hits 2, 1 of 2 from the line. Now Russell handling for the Jumbos, finds Decker up top. Decker calling the play. No movement from the Jumbos. Decker around to O'Brien. Swarming defense. Zeleny swings it. Nice move from Decker. Zeleny, the open 3, but looks like they get her for a travel. May have stepped into that shot.
Yeah, little hiccup at the end of that play. But even against hounding defense, the ball is moving so quickly that there are open shots. I think maybe the wrong decision right there. Maggie Russell was open on the other side with a lot of space. But either way, you're ending up with a shot, and I think the Jumbos are happy with that.
Now 10 finds Boasberg in the paint. Boasberg, nice pass. Selleck. Nice drive. Can't finish with the right hand.
Jumbos.
It'll head in the Jumbo direction off a Bowdoin offensive rebounder. Poindexter McCann's going to re-enter, give Callie O'Brien a breather.
Yeah, I would like to see the Jumbos, with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, really attempt to get the ball into the paint right here. That's their most consistent part of their offense. They got 2 people on the floor right now who can really kill it down there. Would like to see the ball, really pressure the paint, and then see what happens.
Nice drive from Poindexter
There you
McCann.
go.
And a foul there on Godfrey in the middle.
Attacking possessions lead to opportunities, as I've said time and time again. And, the presence of Russell and Alibrandi on the floor, or Russell and Rosa, or any combination of them, is going to lead to attacking lanes for people like Poindexter McCann, who, when she puts her head down, is really a bullet to the hoop.
That's right, Jared. Poindexter McCann, a 75% free throw shooter. First one's up and gets the roll. Soft touch from the shooter. But we've seen Bowdoin pretty much all evening play in that woman-to-woman defense, but immediately trapping as soon as the Jumbos pick up their dribble, and it's led to open opportunities. They've really stayed calm under the pressure as Poindexter McCann hits her second.
I think their defensive philosophy run is they'd rather the Jumbos have to move the ball, have to find someone for an open shot, than just let Maggie Russell beat them on any given play, or let Angela Alibrandi beat them in any given play. They want to force them into that, and so far the Jumbos have responded to that task.
It's one of the reasons why Bowdoin has so many steals per game. Again, that swarming defense can be extremely disruptive. There's Jones on the drive, can't connect, although grabs her own rebound. Back up, another missed layup from her. The Jumbos boxing out nicely, and a rebound for Decker.
Yeah, you're right. That swarming style can force a ton of turnovers, but when you're playing a really smart team like the Jumbos, where everyone on the court knows where to go with the ball, it's not going to be as effective, and they haven't switched up that style.
And Decker drives and gets fouled there. Inside, that's going to be on Megan Tan. Excuse me, that's going to be on Tori Beck, her second. Maggie Russell now set to re-enter. Sophia Rosa is going to get a breather.
Yeah, Rosa did a great job. She boxed out her way to that rebound on the previous possession, but Maggie Russell gives them a little more vertical quickness on the defensive end, which they might be looking for right now.
Now Poindexter McCann. Trapped immediately, finds Decker. Zeleny all alone, and she makes it fall.
Yeah, I really don't see this Bowdoin trap working any longer. They've killed it the whole game, leaving wide open people in the corner, and the Jumbos have proven you can't let them do that. You can't leave them open for shots like that. They're going to make you pay.
At a miscommunication there on the Bowdoin offense, Poindexter McCann finds Decker. Decker's going to reset the offense. Jumbos deciding not to run in transition, up by 20 now. Trying to go a little bit deeper in the shot clock. Russell takes it herself. Nice move with the right hand, and she finishes.
Adjusts mid-air on the left side of the court, goes up, changes to the right hand to the middle of the court, and knocks it down. Just unbelievable.
Now Jones for Bowdoin. The long two's no good. Russell on the board.
Yeah, and they've lost any semblance of an offensive philosophy right now. They're just putting up shots. The game might be out of reach already, but if they want to make it closer, they really need to start doing what Tufts is doing. Moving the ball, finding natural opportunities to get shots up.
Now Zeleny outside, finds Russell. Russell around to Decker. Decker in the corner.
Yes. Foot on the line.
They get her for stepping on that end line, but Maggie Russell just dominant in this one. 14 points, 12 rebounds. And can't really ask for much more.
You really can't, and you love the energy from the Jumbos. They're up 22 points. The game is maybe not over, but they have it firmly in grasp, and everyone on the floor is still calling out their defensive assignments, calling out switches. They are playing high-energy basketball.
That's right, as Tan drives around Decker, but Decker grabs the rebound. Decker now 5 boards in this one for the Jumbos. Now Poindexter McCann drives, kicks. Decker could have taken her first shot of the game. That one was open, but passes up the shot, finds Russell. Jumbo's going deep in the shot clock once again. Cross court, Zeleny for 3. Stepped on the, They get her for another travel. Not quite sure that she walked into that one, but.
Yeah, crowd doesn't like it. I didn't see that one right there, and that would have been her second 3 in the quarter. The point is here, this help defense that the Bowdoin Bears are playing, yeah, they're trapping, but they're just bringing their defenders all the way across the court. Pay attention next time. Their perimeter defenders are in the paint, and it's just leaving people wide open on every single possession.
Now Boasberg, nice drive. Can't finish off the glass.
They've gotten unlucky a couple times now.
Alibrandi on the board, Russell in transition. Poindexter McCann, a 3 of her own. She can't make it fall, and Zeleny, the missed time jump, gives the rebound to Megan Tan.
Jumbo's looking for a little ball don't lie right there. They thought they were robbed of the 3 on the previous possession. They wanted one right back.
Yeah, and a 3 there from Beck, but she can't connect.
And it's set, I think part of this now is once you get in a hole like this, it really sets in mentally for a team like Bowdoin. And those shots, normally they might be falling, but it's really hard in a position like this.
Nice pass to Alibrandi. She can't finish, grabs her own rebound, puts it back up with the left, and it falls for her.
Yeah, the defender in the paint fell over as soon as she made any contact, leaving her an easy avenue to get her second chance opportunity and put it back up. Really her specialty.
Yeah, we saw her try to draw that charge, but no call from the officials. They've been letting them play quite a bit so far in this one. Now the Polar Bears. Nice pass to Boasberg. She can't connect. Poindexter McCann tried to grab the board. O'Brien from half court, but no good for her.
And maybe their best quarter yet. The first quarter was pretty impressive, but expanding upon that lead is what the Jumbos just did. Game probably in hand going into the fourth, 24-point lead. Interesting to see if some bench players start coming into the game. Everyone who's been on the floor so far has contributed positively. There's not been a single Tufts Jumbo so far in this game who has had anything close to a negative impact. They've played team basketball, they've played positive impact basketball, and that's why they're up by 24 points.
That's right, Jared, and it could be just a bout of bad luck there for the Bowdoin Polar Bears. Their leading scorer, Sella Kay, only shooting 3 of 10 so far, 1 of 3 from three-point range. 0 of 4 is Tori Beck from three-point range. She's still scoreless in this one, 0 of 5 overall. And really just haven't been able to get anything going on offense. The Jumbos have been switching and talking incredibly well on defense. Bowdoin's been playing that swarming style and giving the Jumbos a lot of open looks. And they've been able to capitalize, Jared, shooting 44% from long range.
And they never went away from that defensive style. And the tables have really turned. Coming into this game, Bowdoin is the elite defensive team, but they're shooting 26% from the field so far. Tufts has come out and proved that they are an elite defensive team as well. And that you're going to play them with a style that's going to give them opportunities for any given player on the floor to make a play. They have the roster where any given player can make that play.
That's right, Jared. Now, Russell set to put this one in. It's only a matter of time before we see Pace empty that bench. Jumbos lead by 24 here in Cousins. They lead 55-31. If we take a look at their overall season numbers, the Jumbos averaging 70.5 points a game and giving up about 58 points a game, whereas the Polar Bears allow about 53 points per game, so already well past their season number with a quarter to play. They score 66 a game, so at underneath half that with 3 quarters gone. Decker now. Need everything but a prayer for the Polar Bears to come back. Nice pass to O'Brien. One more to Russell. Good fake.
Oh, my Lord.
And Maggie Russell finishes through contact once again. How many times have we said that?
It's just really apparent. She has a gift to finish at the rim. She can do it from either side of the floor, either hand, falling in midair. Having that in your center, it just changes the game. It's size and it's agility and it's technical skill.
Absolutely. It's one of the reasons why she was selected earlier this season to be a NUBA Player of the Week.
And quick hands to force a steal.
Yeah, Jared, Maggie Russell's really been doing it all for the Jumbos. Decker now bringing up the ball. She calls the play. Not a ton of movement. There's Rosa. Poindexter McCann on the cut. Wide open for 3, and she makes it fall. Bowdoin sagging off, letting her shoot that. Seemingly an ill-advised decision at this point.
The Bowdoin defense has fallen apart. It's a 29-point game. We wonder at what point the starters are going to exit the floor.
Cross-court pass. There's Tan. She drives. Nice pass inside. Oh, and an unfriendly rim there.
But look at Maggie Russell, even up 29. Step up. Force a little bit of a hedge on that. 2 defenders in the face makes it a harder shot.
Jumbo's not taking their foot off the gas pedal just yet. Maggie Russell with the left. She spots up. Can't hit the mid-range jumper, but Rosa giving them a second chance opportunity. And Rosa really just...
Everything is clicking right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to understate. Everything is clicking. I mean, a beautiful fake handoff, even on the missed shot, leads to a second-point opportunity. I think Jill Pace is very happy right now.
And so many offensive rebounds for the Jumbos. They lead in the rebounding battle 44-27.
That's unbelievable.
Sella Kay unable to connect.
And when you're watching a basketball game and you're looking at the stat sheet, there are certain things you look for when deciding who might be in the lead. Rebounding advantage is one of them, and whichever team has the assist advantage is the other one. And the Jumbos are dominating both of those. It doesn't take a genius to understand why they're up by 31 points right now.
Absolutely, Jared. Jumbos have been doing it all, seemingly dominating from start to finish. Again, we saw the strong start. Maggie Russell scoring the first 5 points of the game. And from then, the Jumbos haven't looked back.
Starter is still in the game.
There's O'Brien. Nice pass to Decker. but the pass telegraphed and tipped away. She takes it right back, though. And Annika Decker now creating another opportunity for the Jumbos and a fresh shot clock.
There's no quit in any of these players at all.
And a nice pass to Russell. Russell wants more, and she gets it. 2 more for Maggie Russell. 64 points for the Jumbos in the game. They lead now by 23.
They're making a statement right now that they deserve to be at the top of the NESCAC and that no one should stand in their way.
Oh, nice fake there from Boasberg. Can't make it fall, though, and looks like they're going to get the Jumbos for an over-the-back foul. Russell in dismay.
Yeah, I didn't see the foul call right there. Maybe a symptom of a 33-point lead. Some calls are going to go the other way. But Russell and Rosa exit the game here. We'll see if they come back. I wouldn't be surprised if that's it for them.
A little bit of confusion there. Seems they called the foul on someone else. Now Jones, K for Bowdoin. Nice move with the left, forced the look. Can't make it fall, though, and O'Brien on the rebound. Bowdoin has been forcing a lot of those shots inside, and they haven't been able to make the layups.
Yeah, and I think there is a degree of unluckiness to it. They've had some shots that just haven't been able to fall. But when it comes down to it, when another team is playing consistent defense and they're putting pressure on you, those shots are going to start falling less and less. And it looks like it's unlucky, but really it can often be an example of just fantastic defensive effort.
And the Jumbos going deep in the shot clock once again. There's Poindexter McCann on the drive with the right hand. Can't make it fall, but Alibrandi giving them another chance. 20 more seconds on the shot clock. Poindexter McCann, nice fake. Kicks it back out, they'll reset. O'Brien, 10 seconds left. Nice move in the mid-range. Can't make the floater, but gives the Jumbos another offensive possession. Again, Jared, we've talked about the rebounding once. Poindexter McCann for 3, and she makes it fall. Poindexter McCann and Maggie Russell seemingly playing against each other for leading scorer in the game.
The bench is going crazy, but I want to focus on the fact that Tufts has really, they've controlled the pace of the game. You make a good point about them staying in the long in the shot clock, but it's because they've wanted to. You know, when they want to go fast, they go fast. When they want to slow it down, they slow it down. They've completely controlled the pace of the game, and that is just such a boon to a team like this. That's up 36 points now.
That's right, Jared, and it's really the sign of a well-coached team. Coach Jill Pace, in her first year as a coach in the NESCAC, winning NESCAC Coach of the Year in 2019. Of course, that season ultimately shortened due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but you've spoken about it, and honestly, the Jumbos have been dictating the pace the entire way through, now leading by 26, and a lot of that has been due to their crisp passing and this Bowdoin swarming defense. It's opened up opportunities. Nice move from Decker.
Oh.
She can't make her first shot of the game fall, though.
Yeah, but a great move. And I think it just, you're right. And it all comes back, I think, to coaching. And this is a supremely well-coached team. Jill Pace has done such a good job. And I think sometimes if you're watching basketball and maybe you're not so sure, it just seems like, oh, it's nothing. But it's really something today. You look at this Tufts team and how every player on the floor is just equipped to do anything in any situation. They know their role. They know what to do with the ball comes to them. They all know how to control the pace, and it leads to good decision making, and good decision making leads to baskets.
Alibrandi, the long 2, can't make it fall. Now Bowdoin. That's Boasberg, finds Jones. Jones, the 3, well short. Alibrandi on the board. And it looks like we're going to see Coach Pace empty that bench a little bit. We see a new sub there in Aya Harper, and Sam Souza also set to check back into the game. Nice cut there from Decker. And another pass. Unselfish play.
Oh.
But Poindexter McCann unable to connect.
It always looks like it's going in somehow.
That's right. Erin Poindexter McCann's shot is so true. So much backspin and arc on it. Looks like it's going to go every time. But just a little short there off the front iron.
And getting the bench involved is great for a team, especially a team like this that just, for one reason or another, they've had, limited opportunities to really get their bench involved. Some games they've only gone too deep off the bench. So getting a game where you can really rack up the lead and bring in the people who, they might be contributors in the future of this this program. It's great for confidence. It's great for everyone. You always love to see that happen.
That's right. Now Aya Harper, her first appearance in this one, handling now for the Jumbos. Poindexter McCann, a drive. A little bit of traffic there in the lane, though. Souza. Decker puts a move on Jones. Again, the Jumbos deep in the shot clock. Inside that Souza, swarming defense from Bowdoin. And Point Extra McCann barely got the shot off. Looked like she rushed it, though.
Yeah. A little miscommunication toward the end of that play, but, with 4 minutes to go and more subs coming in.
And nice defense from Paquette, but better offense. Nice defense from Harper, but better defense from, once again. Nice defense from Harper, but better offense from Sydney Jones. She scores the bucket and gets herself to the line.
But you're right about one thing. Michaela Paquette enters the game as well. I mean, we're really seeing the bench come in. 4 minutes ago, we'll see what we got from some of these players.
Yeah, it looked like my head got a little scrambled when I saw another sub.
Freshmen getting runtime is always good for the program.
And Decker taken away by Jones. Jones, nice move with the left, and she makes it fall. Nice.
That's a nice move. She's been their most aggressive player by far in the second half. And maybe some of that unluckiness has contributed. Some of her shots haven't been falling, but, it's clear that this Bowdoin team, they do have things to build on. And there's a reason they have 14 wins so far, whether or not they're losing by 30 points right now.
That's right. And Sydney Jones, the freshman guard from Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, typically averages just under 13 points a game, has 10 in this one. So looks like all of the leading scorers here for Bowdoin have struggled, but Jones has certainly been a bright spot despite her seemingly absence on the stat sheet. Decker, the three.
It's a good-looking shot.
She can't make it fall. We're seeing some more substitutions from the Jumbos. Hannah Kelly enters. Now Jones. Nice move on Decker. Pump fake from Giorgio. Now Beck, back to Giorgio. Decker, the mismatch. Makes her fall.
Some bully ball.
Yeah, Annika Decker certainly smaller than the 6'2" Jess Giorgio.
We haven't really been seeing ball movement like this from Bowdoin throughout the game, though, and they're breaking it out here in the fourth quarter down 30 points. But if they had been moving the ball like this earlier, maybe it would be a different story.
Decker finds Souza. Souza outside, finds Harper. Harper, the nice move. Takes her to the lane with the left hand, and that's good.
That crossover off the catch was absolutely lethal. I mean, her whole body going the other way, momentum completely to the basket. Long 2 steps to get to the rim. That's a great bucket.
And the three from Sydney Jones connects. So Sydney Jones putting a little bit of stats in the garbage time at this point.
Never stop being aggressive, and you like to see that. You don't want to give up. You never want to give up in a game like this. So I'm sure Bowdoin's happy to see that. And a timeout, even up by this much with 2 minutes left, when there are things as a good coach you want to address, you're going to take that timeout.
Yeah,
you don't let them slide.
Not only that, Jared, but we saw another sub get set to check in. That's Mallory Folliard. And the Jumbos at this point, a 69-41 lead, 2 minutes left to go. Again, this one seemingly out of reach for Bowdoin. They're certainly going to regroup on their way back to Maine, but the Jumbos, they're going to talk it over. Always an opportunity to grow, especially in real-life minutes.
And that's how you come to conclusions like this, to games like this. When a coach knows there's always room for improvement and the team can always be crisper in their play, which they have been today, that is what leads to a good basketball team.
Now Folliard freshly inbounds to Harper. You have no starters left on the floor for the Jumbo, so a fresh 5. Harper finds Kelly. Kelly, the 3. No good from her, but the Jumbos, Folliard immediately crashing the board.
That board. That is a fantastic rebound.
And another second chance opportunity. Kelly through contact, can't make it fall. Sella K on the rebound.
That was just that offensive board was really physical, really pulled that one down. I want to point that out.
And a nice move from Kay will get her to the line. Looks like it's going to be Hannah Kelly's first foul, but no foul trouble. Jumbo's only 3 fouls in the quarter and 1:28 left to go. This one all out of reach for Bowdoin.
Yeah, Jumbo's definitely sitting pretty. They definitely feel good about the outcome of this matchup. And they staked their claim that they are the best team in the NESCAC, and I think they want everyone to know that.
That's right, the Jumbo's only 1 loss in NESCAC play. So put them at 4-1 and Bowdoin at 4-2. Folliard back to Harper. And let's take a look now at the rest of the weekend for the Jumbos. So you've taken this first one from Bowdoin. You've got another game now, has been rescheduled to Sunday. That's going to be against Colby at 3 p.m. Colby, not one of the top 5 teams in the NESCAC at this point, as Folliard puts it up. No good for her. But you take a look at the rest of the weekend. You've got Colby on Sunday after the Blizzard, of course, and then a back-to-back against Smith on Monday. Again, not a conference game, but could be another tune-up for the rest of NESCAC play as Kay puts it up, and that's good for her.
Yeah, these are games you're going to want to see Tufts win, and if they do, they really will be entering the home stretch of the season in a really strong position to prove that they are the #1 team in the NESCAC. And yeah, so this is a big weekend. Definitely winnable games, but hopefully everyone stays safe in the snowstorm, and that's really the main priority.
Yeah, staying safe through the snowstorm, making sure nobody gets hurt on their way back home. But looks like Erin Poindexter-McCann slightly edged out Maggie Russell by 1 point for leading scorer in this one. She'll finish with 19, and a nice move finishing through contact there is Jess Giorgio.
Yeah, both Poindexter-McCann and Russell put on a show in different ways. Poindexter-McCann was really hitting it from downtown. 5 of her 6 made shots that were 3-pointers. And Maggie Russell was really doing a little bit of everything, pushing the ball on the fast break, hitting long jump shots, bullying opponents in the paint. And when you have players of every different type of skill set on the floor, you can do so many things. And really that is one of the Jumbo's biggest advantages in any game they go into.
That's right, Jared. And Harper now, the opportunity to dribble this one out as the Jumbos take a victory in decisive fashion over the Bowdoin Polar Bears. On the eve of the Blizzard, the Jumbos win 69-47 as the final buzzer sounds.
Yeah, happy crowd, happy team. The Jumbos are walking away from this one exhilarated with the performance they just put on. It couldn't have been a better entrance to this snowstorm that we're about to have to deal with than a huge Jumbos basketball win.
That's right, Jared. Erin Poindexter-McCann finishes with 19. Maggie Russell, 18. Behind her, Alla Brandy with 8. Zeleny with 8. Rosa with 8. And then O'Brien with 6 and Harper with 2. Adding up to 69 points for the Jumbos. They beat the Polar Bears here and protect their home court. For everyone here at Tufts JumboCast, thank you for joining us. I'm Sam Brill again on the play-by-play commentary. I'll see you again on Sunday, joined by Jared Cohen on the color commentary. A huge thanks to our director tonight, Owen Fitzsimons, Scott Blatt on camera, and Niles Lowe on camera as well. From all of us here at Tufts JumboCast, thank you for joining us, and please stay home safely.